Hello, dear children. Welcome to your science class. We have already learned in our previous class what are the different components of food, like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, and roughage and water. So today, let us see what is a balanced diet. Have you heard of the word diet any time before? Yes. The food that we eat daily is called our diet. So what is a balanced diet? A diet that contains a proper amount of all the nutrients like vitamins and minerals, fats, proteins and carbohydrates along with roughage and water is called a balanced diet. Now look into the picture here. This plate of food includes fruits and vegetables which are rich in vitamins and minerals, food that is rich in carbohydrates, food that is rich in proteins, and also food that is rich in fats. Therefore, we can say that consumption of such food items, which includes all the nutrients, along with proper intake of water, is called as a balanced diet. Now, we all need food to live, isn't it? Yes, but there are many people who do not get proper food to eat. Look into the picture here. Here you see a girl who is wasting her food. On the other side, there is a small boy who is in need of food. Have you also wasted food any time before, like how this small girl is doing? Always remember, we should not waste food. So let us learn some ways in which we can avoid the wastage of food. Always remember to take only a small portion of food in your plate before you start eating. Also, finish off everything that is there on the plate, and then only if you need more, you can add more food. The next way in which we can prevent wastage of food is that do not cook large quantity of food. Like if only 2 people are there at your home, but you cook a large quantity of food like for 10 people, then the food gets wasted, isn't it? Yes, so do not cook a large quantity of food, that is more than what is required for you. Sometimes even after we all finish eating, some of the cooked food becomes extra, isn't it? So in order to prevent wastage of that food, we can store the cooked food in the refrigerator. Likewise, fruits and vegetables can also be kept in refrigerator, which helps to keep them fresh, especially during the summer season. Always remember never to leave cut fruits and vegetables open or exposed to air for a longer time, because this might result in spoilage of food, and therefore it will finally lead to the wastage of food. Always use airtight containers in order to keep dry food items. Dry food items like nuts, biscuits, powdered sugar, etc. can be kept in airtight containers. Because if exposed to air, these food items will get spoiled and would lead to the wastage of food. Now, you all would have seen food items getting spoiled at room temperature, isn't it? This especially happens after few days from which we get the food. This spoilage of food is because of the growth of harmful microbes in food items. Such food items will have a foul smell and also a bad taste. And therefore they are not good for our health. And that is why food items should be preserved. Now let us see some of the ways in which we can preserve food items. The first way in which we can preserve food item is by refrigeration. By keeping food items in the refrigerator, it keeps the food cool. Fruits, vegetables, milk and cooked food are preserved in refrigerator. The next way in which we can preserve food is through deep freezing. Food that is stored at a very low temperature, especially food items like seafood, vegetables, cut fruits and meat are stored at very low temperature. And we call this as deep freezing. You can see a picture of deep freezer here, wherein we store seafood, meat, fish, vegetables, cut fruits, etc. in order to keep them fresh for a longer time. Have you all tasted dried mangoes, nuts and raisins? Yes, these are all dried food items. Now, drying of food can be done by removing all the water content that is present in the food. And then the food is kept in airtight containers, and this will prevent the food from getting spoiled. So this is another way in which we can preserve the food. As you can see in the picture here, food items are dried and then they are stored in airtight containers in order to keep them fresh for a longer time. Have you seen ketchup bottles or Pepsi cans? Yes. This is the next way in which we can preserve food items, that is bottling and canning. After killing the germs in the food items, the food is tightly stored or it is sealed in bottles and that of cans. By doing so, it will prevent the growth of microbes for a longer time or until the cans or the bottles are opened. The next way in which we can preserve food item is through pickling and jellying. Have you noticed that pickles, jams and jellies, they remain fresh without getting spoiled very fast, isn't it? This is because the salt and oil that is used in pickles and sugar that is used in jams and jellies will prevent the growth of microbes in these food items. And therefore, salt and oil and sugar are called as preservatives, which helps to keep the food fresh for a longer time. This will prevent the growth of microbes for a longer time in the food items. So these are the different ways in which we can preserve the food items. So with this, we have come to the end of this chapter.